the microphone on. Oh, damn. Happy Friday, everybody. I just said I'd hop on here with absolutely no warning to you guys at all. Do you mind? Probably get through this first pint without anyone joining because I didn't let anyone know what was going on here. Jesus, lads, will you just relax? Hey! Stop it now. Lads, what's the crack? The cat and dog are having an absolute conniption here, look. Daisy, give it up. She doesn't mess with her. What's the crack, everybody? Happy Friday. I said I'd hop on here and say what the crack is. Just haven't done one of these lives in ages. And I'll be doing a lot more of them coming up closer to Christmas. Oh, what was that about your first point? Yeah, first point of the day. I said I'd nearly have this point gone before anyone joins because I didn't tell anybody that I was doing a live tonight. So I just said I'm gonna hop on and see how everybody is, see what the crack is with everybody. See if there's anyone at home enjoying a nice beverage. Who's that saying hello already? Callum Kavanagh, how are you, Callum? John O'Connor, how are you, John? Connor Tobin, I see you there, man. How's things? Tiernan, how are you, Tiernan? Ezad, cheers, mate. Cheers to you, man. How's the crack anyway with everybody? Anything strange going on? He's all ready for Halloween. I don't know, can you guys hear me properly? I'm trying out these new microphones. Hi, Glenn from Cork. I met you down the Value Centre, Cork. How's things? Good man, Glenn. How's things? You're still shining up that lorry. Oh, that's a great job. I was saying something already. That's the job, lads. I kind of let this one sit for a bit too long because I came into the kitchen, poured the pints, and saw I had a great idea that I'm going to set up the live. And then it kind of went a bit flat on me and I don't have another can just to tip it up, so I'm going to wait until I finish this and then I'm going to get another one. So yeah, what's the crack, everybody? Good man, Glenn S, happy Friday, cheers. How's the caddy? The caddy's going great. It's actually, I don't know if you can see it. There it is there. It's still here anyway. I threatened to sell it a couple of times, but I'm actually after buying. I bought a spoiler for it. I bought wind deflectors, just small bits. I got reg plates. I haven't fitted any of the stuff yet, but I'm gonna fit all them hopefully, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know whether to film it or not. I'm in two minds whether I'm gonna film it or not. I might just do an update video after I've done it and just film bits of it and then put it in after. Here, lads, give it over, will you? Give it over, Daisy. Did you get a new truck and trailer? Saw it going down the M50 southbound on Tuesday around 6:30 p.m. Was it a Volvo, John? Because if it was a Volvo, there's a video on the channel there a couple of months ago when we collected that. We haven't got anything since that lorry. Michael Mars in the building. How are you doing, bud? I'm way ahead of you. I have 2 points in me already. Are you sick of that Volvo yet? Trade it in. Oh, stop. Sure, it's 6 months old now. I may trade it in and get something new. I'll tell you what, I was actually looking at there the other week. A new Merc. Not for me now, just I was looking at a new Merc. And I don't know, I always liked the Mercs. I was selling the Mercs for a time, and after I got to drive a couple of them, I actually realised they're a really nice lorry. Like, anyone that drives the Merc will tell you, like, they are a very nice lorry. Oh my lord. Daisy, you relax now. Pearly, you okay? The two of these here are fighting literally like cats and dogs. Am I going to the Monaghan show? I'm not sure because I seen that it's after selling out. So I don't know if I'll even get a place. I didn't even realise it was on. I forgot all about it, to be honest. And my brother-in-law and a couple of other lads that work for us went last year. But I will go because it's not far away from me at all, if I can get in. You get away from her, leave her alone. Lads, can you hear me 100%, yeah? Testing, 10-4. Someone let me know what the crack is. Can you hear me or what? How are you? I'll keep up the good work, lad. Crane driver here in Dublin Park. Good man, David Nolan. If you work in DSG, I want your number so when shit hits the fan, I can talk to someone. David Nolan's on the Guinness, yes! Good man, David. Cheers to you, my man. Just washed today already for next week. Get filthy again. Oh, stop, don't talk to me. I literally got my truck washed with Mike in the MDS truck wash there in Nice on Wednesday, and it was filthy 10 minutes later. Literally 10 minutes later. Drove straight from Mike's wash, MDS in Nice, into a farm. 5 minutes down the road. So yeah, I was a pain in my arse cleaning them too, but I'm going to set up the washer in our new yard now this week, and I'll be able to wash them off from the yard now, thank God. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys the yard because I kind of just have to keep that bit private, you know. Evening, Ian. Have you tried Guinness coffee? No, James, I have not. Where do you get that? And what cafe is serving that? Because I'll be stopping there every day of the week. Or the agri videos. I love your videos. Thank you very much, man. By the looks of things, you make agri videos as well, so I'll check you out in a few minutes, bud. Joe, I think it was a Volvo. Only saw it at the last minute. Looks sexy. Thanks, John. Yeah, we got a new FH500. If you didn't see the video, I actually done a video of when we collected it 2 months ago. So there's actually a video on YouTube there of us collecting it. So you'll see it in more detail on that video if you want to check it out later on. The lad that draws my cattle has some rig of a Merc. Yeah, Mercs are class, man. I don't know. I really like Mercs. It's a bit low in Ned Kelly. That's how the real Ned Kelly, is it? Hardly. Someone's out there buying some air fresheners at me just there. I don't know who it is. I'll have to sort it out. Yeah, DSG, David Nolan. Send me a message on Facebook. Me and you are going to become best friends. Slip you a few sly tenors, do you know what I mean? To get the lads loaded quicker. Michael Mara, yeah, we have a Merc and the driver loves it. I need a crane to lift me up into it. Oh, stop. Short legs. Do a shout out to the missus here, Evelyn. How are you, Evelyn? How do you put up with that man? I don't know. Jason Mera, how's Jason? How's the new job going? Well, I don't see you anymore on the road since I left Selwood. Sure, how would you see me on the road? Sure, you're mostly on site, you man. You wouldn't see me on the road at all. It was meant to be in Glencairn Hotel. Got moved to the Roadstone premises now. Yeah, I'll actually have to send him a message and see if I can come down, because I'm sure. Is that on this Sunday or is it next Sunday? If it's on this Sunday, I need to get my arse in gear. It's a bit low. Hang on, see if I can. I don't think I can sort out the levels on this directly. Oh, maybe I can. Yeah. That's muted. No, I don't think I can do anything about it. Hang on. No, I'll just leave it as it is. I'll talk into this directly. These are my new smart microphones, so you'll see me using these in the videos in the future. I actually filmed the video yesterday, and I'm gonna put it up on Sunday, and you guys are really gonna enjoy it. It's a really good video, fitting curtains and pelmets into a truck. Because I went on YouTube, right, and I'd be real watching what other people are doing, right, simply for content. So I feel like I can do something that no one else is doing, if you know what I mean. Not to be like original, but like just to do something that isn't being covered, if you know what I mean, that I think needs covering. About 400, I think I must get one. Is that the real Ned Kelly? I can't even tell because the thing's so small. If that's Ned Kelly, I don't know. We're in the presence of a very famous man, if that is him. Sienna,
Yeah?
I'm on live on the internet. Yeah, I have my beautiful co-host looking at me here with the podcast. How are you?
Well,
You want to join in?
don't think I'm dressed for this event.
Yeah, Sienna has her pajamas on.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Yeah. Oh, it is the real Ned Kelly. How are you, Ned? Do you like Murphy Irish Stout, Ian? And what do you think of the Merc Miracam? I wouldn't wash myself with it if it was a baby boy. Put it that way. I don't like any of the Miracams. plain and simply, right? Because good, I don't like any of the mirror cams because my eyesight is shite anyway as it is, and trying to look at another screen, it's just I can't do it. I really can't do it. Here you, get in. So yeah, my eyes can't deal with a mirror cam. To be honest with you, I've never driven one, but I know I won't like it. Do you know what I mean? I've been in one, I've never driven one, but I'd have an absolutely zero interest in driving one. Even if Mercedes came up to me and said, "Here, Ian, do you want to take this like for free for a year?" I'd say no, you're all right. I'd say no, you're all right. Hey Ian, how can I buy a few Dwig or Grant merchandise or my truck? I'm not on any social media, free advertising, lot. um, I'm gonna be coming out with a big thing next year, right, Glenn? I know this sounds really so social media person like, but I'm in the process of starting a company at the moment, and not only will you be able to buy merchandise for the YouTube channel, you're gonna be able to buy a lot more than just that. Do you know what I mean? So sit tight. It's happening all at the same time. There's a lot going on at the moment, and it's very exciting. That's all I'll say. So hopefully before Christmas, it'll probably be just after Christmas by the time I get everything set up, and I'm on to an accountant at the moment, and we're getting the company registered, and then I have to get on about making a website, getting the bank account started. So I've already begun the process of what I'm doing, but I don't really want to launch it 100% yet until it's nearly ready to go. Do you know what I mean? You'll see in the video I'll let that's going live on Sunday a part of it. Do you know what I mean? That's a real YouTuber-y thing to do, isn't it? Tease something. I sound like Alan Clark. Big news coming soon. Carol Nagel's in the building. How are you, man? Patrick O'Rourke. It is Ian. Checked out his channel on YouTube. The same picture is up there. Legend. A lot of people want to hear that man speak on a podcast. Man, the Ned Kelly is a very mysterious man. I haven't heard or seen of him in about 3 years other than his videos. So Ned, drop me an LDM there. We'll have a conversation. What's going on here? The dog has gone full paralytic. Hang on, I'm going to go get another drink. Feel free to go to the fridge there and get yourselves another drink. Which one do I reckon is going to be the coldest? Probably this one. Because I only literally just got in the door. I literally just got in the door there from work, so my brain is just like on shut down at the moment. I'm very tired. But anyway, how's the crack with all you lads? Actually, I'm gonna do this on a podcast soon, yeah. But something was said to me the other day that was so funny that I nearly broke me shite laughing. Right? What is the funniest or what is the weirdest thing that a warehouse operative has said to you about either rejecting your load or like for a reason not to unload you or load you or whatever? Right? I swear to lads, I nearly died laughing when this fella said this to me. Right? So I was in a place the other day. And it's a fairly, how would I put this? It's a fairly wealthy organisation that I was in, right? Delivering a load into. Okay, like, so it's health and safety, bananas, right? And so I was on the bay, tipped me load into them, right? And I walked up to, like, the door, the dispatch or whatever. Walked in, and I couldn't see anyone around. There was, like, a belt, like, with all the produce that they're making coming out on the belt. There was a couple of bays there, and there was no one in there, right? So I was like, how am I going to get to sign my paperwork, right? So I just said, look, I have all my PPE on, I had my high-vis, boots, the whole lot, right? Walked into this warehouse, and I was like, where is everyone? Like, where is anyone? And then all I hear is, ew, 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 a tiny little small fella over a stack of pallets. I couldn't see him for ages, right? Ew, ew, ew. I was like, oh, here we go. This is going to be one of them, isn't it? So I walked out, right? I said, I'll wait at the back door here. And he came out to me, and he goes, you can't be in here. You can't be in here. I was, oh, sorry, man. I'm just looking for someone to sign me docket. I said, I've been waiting here for a few minutes. No one came out to me, so I said, I'll come in and see if there's anyone here. did you know that this is a forklift active area? I says, what do you mean, a warehouse, is it? He didn't know what to say when I said that to him. And I just go, yeah, all right, man, whatever. Can you sign me docket so I can get out of here? Like, do you know? Oh, God. I nearly died laughing. It was so funny. I thought it was the funniest thing. I actually went back to the cab after that, and I rang like 2 people to tell them about it, just because I needed to tell someone. I thought it was so funny. So we're pouring ourselves another pint of milk here. There's probably gonna be a bit of excess after this. I don't know, is it against the law to top up your pint of Guinness, or do you have to have a fresh one every time? I don't know. That's that one there now. You'll see ourselves. As Don Curtin would say, creamy one, boy. Oh Jesus, there's been a good few here. You need Don on the podcast. Absolutely. I was only talking to Don on the phone there today, and we're organising it at the moment. James Williamson asks, would you drive a Volvo FH16 750? I have driven one. Nearly purchased one. I think I told this story before, but we nearly purchased one for me to drive, and anyway, never ended up going ahead because it was a used example. I never ended up going ahead, and I never filmed it because it was very private. It was up at McDonald Commercials there up in Monaghan, and look how that turned out. Wow, I'm just looking at it here. I was up at McDonald Commercials up in Monaghan, and nearly bought it. Didn't end up buying my one, the new one instead. I must drive one for a video. I'll see if I can get a hold of one. Evelyn said you may shout out to Jack Russell as well. Russell. He's mad for the YouTube. Alex Smith. A bit early to head to the fridge here in Australia. What time is it over there? It's probably like 6 o'clock in the morning over there, is it? Come on, Alex. Mentioning boots, you can show your toes, lad. Love it when you point out your toes when you got shoes off in the cab. Jim, have you got a fetish with toes, have you? Just curious. You may get the Neros. The Neros? I don't understand, Connor. Nitros order to have one, and they're shy. Sorry for dyslexia. Oh, here, you don't need to talk to me about dyslexia. Eski Eastman had a day out today on the R560 super demo hauling timber out of Kielder Woods in Northumberland. Some bit of kit there. Yeah, I've been told that they're really, really torquey. Westward Scania were actually on to me a while ago about demoing one, but I just honestly, I don't have the time to be doing demos at the minute. But hopefully I will get down to drive one soon. But apparently they're meant to be real torquey. And the reason why I didn't really take the demo often was because I'd only got my Volvo at the time, so I seemed real contradicting myself if I drive an R560 and I'm only after buying an FH540. Do you know what I'm saying? So it didn't really make sense. I was like, I won't do that just right now. I will do it again in the future when it's on its own. But there's no point in me taking it when there's no point in me, put it this way, the reason why I don't have demos all the time is because there's no point in me taking a lorry for free, right? That belongs to somebody else. And like, well, I have a truck there sitting there that has to be paid for, not doing anything. And the truck that I'm using, like if I scrape it or damage it, it's just a pain in the arse. Logistically, demos are a nightmare. I'd rather go down to the dealer, drive it for the day, and then go home after, and then forget about it, because it's very stressful trying to put a truck on a haulage license. If anyone has ever done that before, it's very, very hard. Not hard, but it's just a pain in the arse having to do it. But yeah, the R560, I'd say they're deadly. The twin tag one they have over here for a demo is unreal. It's very nice. Biker trucker, evening, young man. Here's a bit of crack after walking into the conversation. Alex Smith, it's 7:45 in the morning. Well, you never know. Like it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Alex. Nitro Surge is what I butchered there. No, I have a nitro source. Is it? It might be out over in the other room, over there. But I hate them. Well, I don't hate it, but it's just a pain in the arse, and it doesn't work properly. If you ask me. What do you think of the Scania 560 SN and the 660X? I haven't driven a 660, so I couldn't tell you my opinion on that. The 560, anything that it is in a V8 that is a Scania, in my eyes, is just like, I don't know, it's like you don't really need that. Do you know what I mean? Sorry. I don't know, I'm kind of old school, thinking that if you're buying a Scania, just get the V8, like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, if you're buying a fleet of them or whatever, like, 560 will probably make sense to a good few operators, but 560 is a lot of power for a 6-cylinder, like, so you wouldn't see too many, like, big firms buying 560s. They'd all just buy 450s, do you know? So if you're gonna buy a Scania, just do it properly, get the V8, and it'll like, even if I know it's very, very expensive to get into V8s, but they hold their money so well, like, so you'll never be out of pocket on a V8, like, compared to a 560, you just drop it like a stone. Do you know what I mean? Matthew Calvert's in the building. Would you consider buying a DAF XG? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely would. I think the XGs are a bit too big. The cab is a bit too big. Probably just get a Norman XF, to be honest with you. I've seen it gorgeous. I was actually talking to a chap called Tony that drives for Caulfields there in Cork. I was actually talking to him. I had the new Renault and he had the XG or XF, the new version, parked beside each other. And we were just chatting away there, and we were talking about it, and I was asking him how did he get on with it, and he says he loves it, so comfortable. Very similar with the 540 dual clutch we've got in terms of power delivery, 7.5 miles per gallon in the sticks, can't grumble. 7.5 miles per gallon at the timber. 7.5 miles per gallon, that would be about 32, 34 litres per 100 kilometres. Would I be right in saying that? It's not too bad. That's not, well, it could be better, but it's not the worst, like, do you know what I mean? Because I know my truck on steel, which would be very similar to timber work, heavy farmyards, bad roads, that does about 32 litres to the 100, maybe 34 if it's really heavy and really hilly. So, yeah, if that's any comparison. And the 660, what do I think of the 660? I'm sure it's lovely. I'm sure it's gorgeous. I know a few people that are getting them, but for the price, them it's just absolutely mental at the moment. Hello, Desmond. So yeah, the prices 560s at the minute or 660s are just insane, but they don't drop really. The money doesn't drop on them. Derek Dempsey's in the building. Hi Ian, enjoying the live chat here at home with a lovely pint of Guinness. Yes, Ludwig, enjoy your night. Thank you very much, Derek. Yes, we're all enjoying the Guinness. I'm going to turn these all into Guinness heads eventually. Fantastic. Daisy says hello, look. Who's that? Who's that? We have a walk. That's the washing machine. Spin and drain, boy. So yeah, that's the crack. What do you think? Did any of you watch the podcasts that I put up so far on the other YouTube channel? And if you have watched them, what do you think of them? What do you think could be improved, maybe? I'm kind of enjoying the chats with me and my missus, because it's just, I don't know, it's so organic. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting a couple of guests on before Christmas that I'm lining up as we speak. I was out chatting with a future guest there yesterday. I was talking to Don there today, who was going to be on the podcast before Christmas for 100% sure. I told him, I promised him that I'm going to go down there before Christmas. And we're going to do a podcast live from Can Talk Boy. And then there's another man that I'm trying to get in under wraps for a podcast before Christmas. Also a very busy man. On timber, running a crane, for reference, my R580 does 6 miles per gallon. Well, that does not surprise me whatsoever. Can't beat the black and white, just finished my second point. Yes! Actually, I better top this up with the rest that's in this can. I'm committing an absolute sin here, I am. Topping up a point, like. Jeez, I don't feel too bad. My Iveco 460 is doing 33 litres to the 100 and always 46 to 1. That's not bad. That's not bad now. And it's only 460 as well. Usually 460s, depending on what kind of road you're doing, kind of drag their power out. So like if you're on country lanes, it's dropping all the time and you're changing gears constantly. Because I know that little CF that I used to drive, the little 460 CF 6x2, I used to just stay with, and that was shockingly bad on diesel. Very, very bad on diesel. It was doing like 38 litres to the 100, which is like, I don't know, it's literally like, I don't know, 7 miles per gallon, which is brutal. Like, it's only a little CF, like, it's not as if it's a big heavy truck or anything like that. So that was brutal on the steel. You needed a bit more power when you're doing that kind of work, you know. That's why we got the FH500 for the steel work, because it's the perfect amount of power without being underpowered. Do you know what I mean? And the fuel returns on that lorry is doing unbelievable. I think that truck is running at 29 litres to the 100 the whole time. My truck uses a tiny bit more because it's a small bit heavier and it has more horsepower, so it's dumping more diesel every time you put your accelerator down. That's basically what more power means. It's just more fuel consumption. Doesn't matter what anyone says. Oh, my 650 is doing blah blah blah, fucking 14 miles per gallon. No, it's not. No, it's not. What do you type in on YouTube to get the podcast in? It's not shown. So Patrick, you type in DWIG podcast, Dwig podcast. It should be the first one that comes up. It's very low in the search bar at the minute because it has so little subscribers. So the more it gets searched, the more it comes up. Do you know what I mean? Most people listen to it on Spotify and stuff like that, on Apple Podcasts, but I'm not doing Spotify anymore. I'm doing it all on YouTube. YouTube has been very good to me over the last few years, so I want to be good to YouTube and not do Spotify. And I don't know, YouTube is just a nicer place to be, I think. Oh, God. So what do you all at the weekend? You all doing anything nice? The modern diesel engine doesn't get enough credit. Boy down the road running a mirrorless 530 Mercs, he's getting 11 pulling chip liners. Volvo compound and new Scania Super will do the same, we assume. Those Volvo, what they call turbo compounds, they are unbelievable on fuel. Like when I tell you unbelievable, like I was doing bulk tankers. You would have seen videos of me before doing them bulk tankers of like, I don't know what would be in them, but heavy like oils and stuff. And I had that 460 turbo compound and it was doing 28 litres to the 100 pulling a 33,000 litre tank across country, which was, I was just like, that blew my mind. I couldn't get over how little diesel it was using. I couldn't get over it. Like I literally gave it to everyone in the yard and said, try and make that use more than 28 litres to the 100. That was at the max. We're pulling one of our like box trailers that we do like distribution work on. It was doing like 22 litres to the 100, something crazy like that. The only bother with the turbo compounds was that you couldn't select the gears in it. That was the biggest problem. That's why we'd never ended up going for one, was because it'd be grand if you were just doing supermarket work all the time. Do you know, if it was just doing literally motorways off the slip road straight into a superstore, back onto the motorway and back up to the depot or the distribution centre, that'd be fine if it was doing that, but the two Volvos that we got just don't do that. They do the most random stuff ever. They could, like, my truck could be sent to Belgium tomorrow. I don't know that yet. Do you know what I mean? That's how random it could be. It could be sent to Holland with a load of steel. I could go to France with a container. I could go to Cork with a flatbed. Do you know what I mean? Like, it can be anywhere. That's why we just got what we got, because there was no point getting a turbo compound, because we knew them lorries were just going to be everywhere. Know what I'm saying? Oh, lovely. I'm just out there seeing trouble entering. Irish Crane. How are you getting on, boy? How's the farm? So what's the plans for the weekend, lads? Is doing it nice? Do you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to look at a wedding venue. Oh, that's a depression. Because they're all going to be like, you know when you go to these things, when you're spending loads of money, and you go, or not loads of money, I'm not spending a fortune. They all go, hello sir, hello madam, we're going to make this a special day, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. How much is it going to be? Fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? How much are you going to take off me? How much is it going to cost me? And then they'll be like, oh, well, it's actually going to be like €1,400,789,000. That's how much it's going to be. I was like, brilliant. Thanks for getting to the fucking point. Do you know? Hopefully it'll be lovely. I'm looking forward to it though. As much as I'm dreading it for my bank account, I'm actually looking forward to it. Have you drove a Volvo F7 and F10 in? No, I haven't. And I was only talking to a man that I met in Dunstars earlier on today, one of the bread men down there. John is his name. I can't remember. He didn't tell me his second name actually, but he was telling me he watched the videos, and he was telling me he started out on an F7, and I was telling him I was trying to buy an F10 to put in the garden as a water feature, because you wouldn't do much else with an F10 unless you had about 50 grand to spend on it, like, you know. I've been looking around for F10s for a while, but I don't have the money to buy one. The modern diesel engine is now good. My Massey, I've had the dealer out 4 times with AdBlue problems. That's not the engine's problem, Connor. That's the AdBlue system itself. The engine itself in like 2022 going into 2023 are actually near on perfect. They haven't been any better. The worst problem that they have is having the AdBlue added into it. So not only are they adding stupid technology that is just absolutely a waste of time. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for keeping the NOx emissions down and stuff like that, but AdBlue is just such a pain in the ass. It's more of a hindrance than it is a help, and some people need to be taught that. Do you know, like, if it's a hindrance and not a help, it's not worth it. It's pig's piss in your exhaust at the end of the day, like, do you know what I mean? Like, by the time you factor in how much it costs to create AdBlue, how much fossil fuel it costs to make AdBlue, then you have to refine it, then you have to build technology to enhance it, then you have to adapt it to commercial diesel engines. It's just like, all right, is it really making a dent in anything other than you could have just left it alone and made diesel cleaner? Do you know what I mean? You could have invested more money in making biofuel or diesel that's half, you know, food grade waste, which is in Europe is a massive percentage, do you know? Instead of just literally pissing money into the wind, because that's what AdBlue is, urea. So yeah, this is how are you?
Hello, Diggle.
Did it
Throw me out a drink.
throw it out to you?
Yeah.
I'll fucking throw her the drink. Sienna, I'll be wrapping this up now shortly. Everyone's asking for you.
What?
Everyone's asking for you.
What is it?
They all said, where's that real good looking girl? We don't want to talk to you, Ian.
Dr. Shine. As usual.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh wait, where's the other bottle? Is that gone? Look at that.
He's gone.
Grafoni.
Crisp.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Lulu. Do you want my cat? She's in there with
No, I don't want the cat because her and the dog keep boxing the head off each other. Excuse me, Desmond. Sorry, folks. I was talking to the wife to be. What was I giving out about? Diesel engines. Hey! We're back to this again. The modern diesel engine, yeah, we sorted that one out. You going to the truck show up in Monaghan next month. A bunch of your lads were up there last year, Keaton, Shane. Yeah, exactly, yeah. I was literally on, we were only, you missed that about half an hour ago, but we were talking about, and we were saying that we think that it's full. They put up a post the other day saying that the show is full and they closed their booking, so I don't even know if I get in. I'll have to make an old mess testage. Iveco S-Way 570, 9 miles per gallon. Bruh, Brian, are you joking me? Doing what? Donald movie. Yup, Donald. Good to see you in the chat. Enjoy the points. Oh, Jesus, boy. She never barks. What is she barking at? Hey! Stop! What are you giving out for? Come here. Sorry about that, guys. I have a new Massey and a 20-year-old straight 6 Perkins engine. Connor, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not even going to tell you a fib. I have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to tractors. I'm not going to lie. She would pull a house down. Goodbye. I have no idea. Honest to God, I'm not trying to say that to be mean. I haven't a clue about tractors, and I'm trying to learn about them. I'm surrounded by them. My neighbours are all tractor enthusiasts. They said it years ago, the easiest way to clean up emissions was to change the fuel. GTL and HVO, the tax dropped off them, makes them an option. It's not even that. It's just like they need to make synthetic diesel. That's what they need to make. Something that's used off waste instead of creating a whole byproduct. You know what I'm saying? Been thinking about getting my truck license, have my full car license, and I'm a training pilot. Lads, don't want to alarm you, but we've got a pilot in the chat. Fair play to you, man. I'm trying to also have an experience operating complex machines. You've never driven an Iveco, so. Nah, I'm joking, man. Sorry, I'm only taking the piss. Just go out and drive them, man. Just go out and do a lesson in them. Go out and get your theory test and just give it a go. That's all I have to say about that. Jesus, there's so many noises in this kitchen. I hope that helps. Just get out and do it. Don't think about it. I know a lot of people tell me, oh, I'm thinking about doing this, thinking about doing that. Don't think about it. Just go and do it. If you think it, and then just say, I'm gonna go do that. Lol, I know the feeling. Got married 2 years ago down Dromoland. Glyn, you must be worth a fortune. My auntie got married there years ago, and Ant and Dec were staying there at the same time. We all got pictures with them. Still trying to get over the price of the bill, but wouldn't change a minute of it. Wouldn't do it again. Wouldn't it be gas if I invited all you to my wedding? Wouldn't that be gas? We will have to start a petition to get Ned Kelly back to YouTube. I miss him giving out about cyclists. Yeah. Are you doing your motorbike testing? I'm going to get to that next year, James, I promise. Containers and fridges. Doing 7 miles to the gallon. That yoke needs to go in the bin. Hardly doing that. 570 should be doing about 28 to 30 litres per 100, which is about 10 miles to the gallon. Ian, you need to do a podcast with Ned Kelly, with Led Nelly. I know, but sure. Does he try and get in contact with me? I've asked him how many times. Have you drove a Renault Magnum, Ian? I have very briefly when I was about 16, and no one else knows about it other than me. Let's just say I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't drive it on the road, just drove around the yard. Bruh, do you mind? But yeah, that's the crack anyway, lads. So I'm going to be dropping another video on Sunday. Some more content for you to digest, and you will get a better picture into what I'm planning on doing over the next couple of months. There will be more podcasts back on the other YouTube channel very shortly as well. I'm planning on doing a couple of them before Christmas. And the AdBlue calendar, unfortunately, will not be going ahead this year. Because it's just way too stressful before Christmas. I'm gonna try a year without it and then see how it go. Seen the XF the other day. Ian, the driver is looking after her well. He is, in fairness to him. Paddy minds that truck like a baby. If you've watched my video of the 8 truck convoy, the young looking chap in the Volvo at the time, Paddy Ballymun, a lot of people know who he is. He's a legendary continent driver. He's driving that XF at the minute, and he's minding it like a beaut. She's like brand new. She likes bang new, as Falvey would say. So yeah, that's the crack. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff to come before Christmas anyway. Just thought I'd let you know. I'm gonna try and get on to, well, if anyone knows anyone in the Monaghan Truck Show organisation, asked would they have space for probably 2 or 3 lorries, because I know a couple of our lads would like to go to it. Give me a shout, drop me a DM, and we might go to that. We might meet a few of you there, and we might film a video there. We might even do a live podcast there. Wouldn't that be interesting? I will do a live podcast probably next year, because it's gained enough traction to sell out a couple of 100 seats. So I'm going to think about doing that next year. Would you go to a live podcast now, lads? Serious question. If I had a live podcast and got on a pure decent guest, somewhere like, where would I host it? That's easy for everybody. Probably like somewhere like the Red Cow. You know the Red Cow in Dublin? So like, it's on the N7. Anyone that's coming from that direction can come up the N7, stay the night in the hotel. I'll try and get discounts on rooms or whatever. Easy for people in Wicklow or whatever, like coming even from my direction. We'll just go to it. Honestly, tickets wouldn't be there now. They'd be probably 30 quid a ticket, maybe. I sound like I've priced this up. I haven't at all. But this is what I'm just gauging in my head because I used to do events and stuff, so I know roughly how much it cost. So you think about it, 30 quid a head. Would you go to a live podcast with me and a special guest in a hotel and we'll all go for pints after it? What would you think about that? Because I've been thinking about this a long time. And I said it to Mr. Cuddy ages ago. Now he's doing one with Alan Clark. Do you know what I mean? Left me. I hope all you English people are doing well over there in Great Britain. Who is this imposter? We're doing fantastic in Britain. Are you? I'm sure it would be class. If you got Ned Kelly, I'd go. See that, Ned Kelly? See what I mean? You'd sell out arenas. You'd sell out arenas, boy. What would you think? Would you just go? I'd go if it was me. It would be my event, so of course I go. Michael Mara says, yeah, you'd go. Would Evelyn go? Would Russell go? That's what I need to know, Michael. They're nice. Right, lads. I'm going to go. I gotta go order a pizza. Gotta go say hello to my missus and gotta do a few more other bits. Thank you very much for joining me on very short notice on this live, and we will be back. And you never know, keep an eye out for a live podcast because that could very well be coming soon. Yeah. Only the 164. Only if the 164 is there. 164 sold. Now there's some news. I'd go anyways. Tiernan, I'd go. Bring Daisy. No, she's too much of a pain in the arse. Right, lads, I'm going to leave you in obvious. Have a fantastic bank holiday weekend. Please mind yourselves. And I'll see you on the next one. We're going to be doing a few before Christmas. These lives, do them every Friday. Same thing again, couple of points. Look after each other. See what the crack is. Anyway, lads, I'll talk to you later on. Have a fantastic weekend. I shall read through a couple of the last comments here because I've seen a few come in. Definitely be good crack points of Guinness afterwards. Absolutely. I'm going to get organising a live podcast. You just sit tight, save up 30 blips, maybe save 100 quid for a room and 100 quid for points, and we'll have a fantastic evening. Won't that be fantastic? Somewhere in Dublin. I know I don't even live in Dublin. I'm gonna make us all come to Dublin for a night out. It'd be great crack. So yeah, lads. See you soon. Have a good weekend.